Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video we are going to do dual form nail application onto natural nails. So it's going to be like a nail overlays, a natural nail strengthening. I put acid-free nail primer and now I am rubbing on very thin layer of base coat, flexible elastic base coat, because it does absorbs shock and any stress onto the nail, so it is essential to use elastic base coat. I am Radina Ignatova, international nail educator and nail expert since 2014. Keep on watching the video to see how we built those dual form nails and how I fixed some mistakes that we made. Here I am showing you how I measure the forms and I am looking at which one is going to suit her best. When I select all of the sizes, I always put them onto the side. So we want all grow points to be covered, we want nice flush cuticles, we want the dual form to be suitable for the nail type. So I am looking from every side. I am using ready to go assorted dual forms. And what I did not realize, so I bought a set of Imenka. I think they came 14 boxes, and the 15 box it was ready to go. And I didn't realize until I started doing the nails that into ready to go assorted nail forms you only have one set, and what you're going to see what I mean later on into this video. So you cannot do both sides with these, but they are very good. I am quite pleased. So this is my first time using them today. So now we are going to, my client is helping me to flush cure the BIAB. So we are using a BIAB to do the nail strengthening onto natural nails. So this BIAB is from Andrea Professional, and it is very much like builder gel, but the only problem is you can see how messy the bottle is, and I only had another couple of clients that I used it on, but I've been very busy throughout the day, so I did not have the time to clean the bottle because I've been busy back to back. This is not how my bottle typically looks like. So the problem with this product is that it's quite thick to go into a bottle in my case, and I always struggle because it just pulls out every time you push the brush into when you are working for speed and when you have a full day. So it is my first time working with these dual forms, and it was the first time that we did dual forms onto this client. And we struggled a little bit because she struggled with my flash cure lamp because she didn't realize that there was a sensor on it, so she kept pressing and pressing, and every time she was trying to see and I was trying to see which was the most important, but we ended up doing a lot of mistakes, and we had an overhead lamp on top of where my camera stays. So she couldn't push her hand to proper flash cure, and I could not see anything. So we ended up missing some of the nails, which you're going to see. We cured them incorrectly. So we had, so you can see here, and I couldn't see at all what she was curing. I couldn't see where the gel went or anything. So this is a real life salon experience. I'm trying to help her with the lamp. I do not want to be, I did not mean to be rude, but I couldn't see what I was doing underneath. So this is a real wife salon experience, and you can see that the size for the ring finger is the same size for the pointy finger, and I do not have another size of the ready to go forms, which it pulled me back, and I was rushing slightly because I had another appointment afterwards. So I'm giving you insights of what a real life salon work actually looks like. I'm not hiding anything from you, and for those of don't know, maybe you're training just now or you're just starting out, mistakes always happens into the salon. We rush. Our clients are not trained how to hold their flash curing lamp, and especially when we film, we are slowing down ourselves. We have lamps, filming lights on top of us, so we cannot actually move our hands properly. We cannot see exactly what we are doing. We cannot move the same way. So it's not what you might think it would be. So I am doing the second hand. I took the dual forms from the first hand, and she is curing her nails into the big lamp, into the big nail lamp. So you want to have sufficient amount of gel into your dual forms for the order to cover the nails. I am going to do them all just now. You can see me. I am going to place the gel onto the forms, and then I'm going to because I'm waiting onto the other set to come out of the lamp, and I am just going to repeat the whole process. You can use a small brush, like a small detail brush, the ones that I'm using at the moment, to move your gel, your BIAB, whatever you are using. It can be a poly gel, it's suitable. You can see that she could, it was not intentional, she was trying to help, but I couldn't see what I was doing while she was flash curing. And you can see that it's quite uncomfortable having just one set of dual forms because it's slowing you down. And I was waiting for the other set to come out of the lamp so I can use them onto the second hand. If you are struggling with dual forms, you have mistakes on dual forms, you do not know how to pick them, you do not know how to work with them, I am going to have a completely free masterclass on how to select the right size dual forms and how to measure it onto the nails. And then I have a live master classes on BIAB, and I have a master class that is live onto my website, artistictouchnailacademy.com. It is especially on dual forms and Instagram square nails. So it's a short, very similar to the one that I am doing at the moment on my client. It's a short Instagram square shape, how to work with it properly, and I'm giving you a lot more professional insights and in-depth explanation on how to do the dual forms. So you can see that it's quite uncomfortable doing just having the one set, and I had to wait and do this one. I took it from the ring finger, took it from the pointy finger to put it onto the ring finger because they are typically identical sizes. Very rarely you're going to select different size for those two fingers. So by doing the second hand, she is getting used to it. The second hand turned out much better than the first. We had some mistakes onto the first hand. So she's flash curing it, and then she is going to do a full cure into the lamp. So now is the favorite part, popping off the dual forms. So taking them all out and wiping the inhibition layer, making sure that you wipe the nails underneath as well. And because if you have inhibition layer, it's going to clog your drill bits when you're filing underneath. So because I was in a rush, I did not pay attention. I did not turn the hands underneath to take all of those bits that I'm picking just now. So always turn the hand, and before you cure the gel, making sure that you remove any excess, any bulkiness from underneath. And never remove the free edge, because the free edge is going to give you that perfect thickness underneath. That's a very helpful tip. So I have a couple of bubbles, which is absolutely you're always going to have air bubbles working with gel, sometimes polygel as well, but they are slightly different. So if you have a sharp tip, a sharp drill bit like this with a tip, use it to poke the bubbles, so slightly filing them, and then we are going to add just a little bit more product, and you're going to see how perfect the nails are going to look like. I do not, if I'm going to do this method, I do not do the cuticles perfectly. I clean them with my e-file technique, and then I do not cut them. In this case, I did not cut them. I'm going to do that later on, because you're going to see that sometimes when you're working to remove that step, that ridge near the cuticle area, sometimes you're going to mess with the cuticle. So I prefer in salon work not to do the cuticles perfectly before we apply the dual forms. We made a little bit of mess onto this nail, and I have separate video how I exactly fixed it because it had a hole underneath. So I made a completely separate video how I fixed this nail entirely, because we had a massive bubble underneath. And now we are going to refine the shape just with a normal file. And in this case, I am running late because I know that my next client is coming very soon, and I ripped my glove when I was filing the nails. It caught onto my drill bit. This is something quite common if you are working with gloves, and in this particular case, I caught it because I have an overhead lamp. It's like a half circle, like a half moon type of lamp, and I couldn't do the proper movement with my e-file. So cautious if you have lamps around you, making sure that they are the proper height. This is not a lamp that I typically keep into the salon. It's not a typical one that I work on everyday basis with. I only use it for filming. So I am refining the sidewalls. I am doing the Instagram square with more emphasized edges, so slightly sharper edges compared to your normal square. I have a masterclass on exactly in depth exactly onto this specific look with dual forms onto my website. Now I am just doing the same steps to all of the nails and checking. You can see how thin, how perfect they are. We have structure. And now I am just adding a little bit more of the builder gel, so you can see the side wall that we want to add a little bit more because I have put the wrong pressure onto the finger, probably because I was unable to see. And where we had those little bubbles, I am going to add a little bit more product. I ran out of lint-free pads as well, so I had to use cotton pad. Not ideal, I do not recommend it, but for speed I just grabbed the first thing that I saw. So refining little bit on top of where we placed the gel to fill out the gaps and making sure that we do not have any debris or anything. I'm going to refine everything that on top of everything where we added a little bit more, just to making sure that we are doing them as smooth as possible and it's not visible that we added more product onto them. It's crucial to remove all dust, because the product that you're going to apply onto the top, it's just not going to stick and it's going to look messy and not nice at all. So now I am going to nip anything that is visible, anything that is bothering me, and we are going to proceed to the next step. Now I am making sure that everything is completely clean and we are going to apply the top coat now. So we are using cover pink, so we do not have to put any color at the top. We can leave them as they are. So applying a thin top coat, and then we're going to do a full cure into the normal lamp. So our top coat is dry and I am cleaning the inhibition layer with IPA. And I'll show you another extra step for taking good pictures. I am using a completely different pad, so it's not the same one. Pick up a very clean one, and this is wipe solution which it has a oil in it, and you can apply that onto the skin to make it more pretty for the pictures, but making sure that you do not have any inhibition layer and you're not transferring it onto the skin. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, like the video and give it a thumbs up. I am Radina Ignatova, a professional nail expert and educator.